Hey YouTube, I know it's been a while, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick update. Pretty much haven't been on my bike in a couple of weeks. The weather's been kind of cold. Let me get you straight there. Kind of cold out. The bikes are in the garage. I haven't removed the batteries yet, and I should do that here soon. Um, if you're going to ride in the wintertime, you should keep in mind that you want to keep uh, the derailleur is only about maybe 6 inches off the ground, so you don't want to ride in snow deeper than 6 inches. Some people would tell you up to the center hub of the back wheel, but this is an electric bike, and that hub will get warm and it'll melt the ice, and you could end up with water inside your electric motor. And there's been some people that I've seen out riding their bike, and although they didn't have problems initially with it, but later on they start having problems with the speedometer sensor not working and the hall sensor not being quite right. And those are all located in the rear hub of the bicycle. So keep that in mind. I would avoid riding in deep snow, especially if you're seeing it get up on the rear hub. Front hub is just going to be water intrusion into the bearing surfaces, but if you have it greased well, it may not rust, but then again, it might. It's not real sealed real well, neither is the back hub. So uh, keep that in mind. If you're going to store your bike, your battery for the winter, take it down to 60%, which would be in the 47-volt range, and store it that way. You don't want to start fully charged. You want to wait until the day you're going to go for a ride or before you go for a ride to charge your battery. Uh, Long term storage of full battery can cause it to swell, actually. You'll end up having problems. We've seen that in the drone industry quite a bit, where if you leave your battery stored in the bag fully charged, then you start having problems with you lose capacity, and it takes a while for it to regain that capacity. It eventually does in some cases. In some cases, the battery's completely shot. The battery will swell up, won't even fit in its mount anymore. And that shouldn't be a problem with the electric bike. It's got the batteries in an aluminum case. It'd be really hard for it to swell to the point that it won't fit inside the bike. I've heard some people talking about the bike rattling, the battery rattling inside the bike. I don't have that problem. If you do, keep in mind, if it gets too tight, you may not get it back out. My suggestion would be go buy some Velcro dots that you can buy to stick things to, and instead of using the sticky side, use the wool side and put a couple of dots on it. Don't put much on it though. You don't want it tight, but it'll keep it from rattling. Um, so people are saying they'd like to see me and my wife going out riding more on videos. Uh, my wife's probably part of the problem is when you have the problems I have with my hands is I can't tell how cold they are a lot of times, and so I have to really avoid riding in cold weather based on my hands. The rest of me is great. My feet don't get cold, nothing, but I can't tell you when my hands are. And for some reason, my hands are cold during the daytime and warm at night. Who'd figure? Maybe I need to go riding at night. Um, so we're gonna here soon be getting the wheels off the bicycles and checking them for how true they are and getting them up. I might true them on the bikes because my truing stand is really not. I don't think it's going to be wide enough without taking the tire off, and I really don't want to take the tires off. Um, my wife's bike, after we put the stop leak in it, and then once I pressurize the tire to 30 pounds, stop leaking completely. No problems at all. So I'm not going to take that off unless I have to. Matter of fact, I just checked it the other day and the tire was still full. So, hey. Now would be the time to start looking for tires and inner tubes if you need them during the off season. If you're looking at purchasing an electric bike, keep in mind this is when the manufacturers try to catch up with demand and get ahead a little bit. And with COVID, who knows how far if they'll ever get ahead again. So if you're looking for tires, now would be the time. My advice on tires would be look for Mission. The brand name is Mission. They're available. They're kind of expensive, but the brand that if you order bike tires from Lectric and you get the CST the CST tires, you probably will be happy with them. But if you end up with the Chow Yang, maybe you won't be so happy. They're not holding up well. My wife's bike's even showing tire wear after 200 miles. So if you're looking for tires and inner tubes, this would be the time of the year to do it. If you're looking to upgrade or buy anything to upgrade your bike, this would be the time. People aren't riding their bikes, so they're not thinking about them right now. So, but this would be the best time to look for stuff. You don't see me putting a lot of stuff on the bike because more doesn't mean a better ride. Sometimes more just means more clutter on your handlebars. I ride with my phone and on the handlebars, and that's it. I don't even have a bell. God gave me a voice. I'll just yell at people, and it scares the crap out of them. We have good laughs all the time. My wife's laughing in the background. We scare the crap out of people because I yell. I'll just yell, tell them on your left, on your right. Some people don't know their left or from your right, or some people are wearing headphones and earbuds walking down the trail, and they ain't going to hear you if you have a bell, a whistle, or anything. Most of them. So then when you pass them, they're doing the "oh Jesus Christ" thing because you scare the hell out of them. But that's just the way of it, the nature of it. Sometimes it's better not to say anything if you know you can get past them safely, because you'll find that people will turn around and look at you before they decide to do something. And sometimes they'll turn around right into your path. So, or they'll jump, or So if you're going to ride in the wintertime, dress warm. Remember, if you're warm in the first mile, you're too warm. Dress too warm. Because you don't want to get all sweaty, because if you have to stop for anything, you're going to be in trouble. Your hands, believe it or not, your feet are probably not going to be as big a problem as you think, because your circulation is going, because you're pedaling all the time. It's mainly going to be your hands and then around your neck. You're going to want something that fits tight around your neck, whether it be a scarf or something like that. Well, my wife says her ears, but my ears don't bother me. And you need to get glasses. Now, let me grab you mine. And these are old. Some people would call these old school, but these are Oakley. These are ballistic sunglasses. They're the military's. They're a military spec glass, but so if you look at them, they cover your whole entire eye. So when you put them on, you want to avoid being able to get air in. And Karen has a problem with it, with riding her bike in the wintertime. Her eyes water so bad she can't see where she's going. And With those, they don't. I'm not telling you have to go out and spend 90, $100 on a set of sunglasses. Just look for something that's going to cover your eye clear from corner to corner. So right about like this. If you don't want to wear a sunglass, then buy a cheap set of safety glasses, because the ANSI standards require them to have side shields, so it's going to keep the wind out of your eyes. And I used to ride in the wintertime and at night with clear glasses on. I don't have a set of them sitting here. I'd show you. Just something clear. Good cheap safety glass will work fine if that's what you want to wear. You could even buy some tinted safety glasses if you just want to spend $8 or $9 on something. They make tinted ones that would work fine. And then you don't have to worry about your glasses breaking if you hit the ground with your face, or something hard pops up and hits you, or you get hit by a branch. You're not worried about those breaking because they're impact resistant. These are too. These Oakley, they're ballistic sunglasses, so they're designed to protect people's eyes in combat. So they're about $90 from Oakley. Uh, and you can get them in clear, couple of different shades. But I've wore Oakley for a long time, so keep that in mind. That's going to be your two weaknesses: your hands and your eyes. Keeping your eyes from watering when it's really cold, or windy for that matter. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about? So, battery storage. Remember, don't store your batteries fully charged. 60%. If you're going to ride it, don't ride every chance you get. Don't worry about it, because we're only talking about a couple of days then. But if you're going weeks between rides, then you need to store your batteries appropriately. I have 2 drones here, and every once in a while I get them out. This is my camera off my drone. It has this handheld thing to. This is actually the bottom part of it. This unclips off this handheld thing, and you can. This is a 4K camera, so you can film. Actually, there's some people that have actually filmed music videos with this setup. Believe it or not, it has a built-in mic. I'm not sure they use the mic, but this is for the unique drone. This is a unique 4K drone. And then I have a parrot drone, which I prefer to fly because it's the more easiest one to fly and the most trustworthy. The unique one day decided I was up looking for wind damage on the roof of the house with it, and I took it out to turn around and bring it back to look at the backside. And once I took it up to 150 feet, because that's about how high the trees are around here, or a little less than that. And it was up that level, and all of a sudden it dove straight into the trees. No input from me, and Unique covered it under warranty, but with no explanation of why it did it. But when you have a drone that big, and the Unique Q500 4K is, I think, about 4 pounds, you got to worry about if that falls out of the sky at the right moment and hits somebody. Who knows what it's going to do to them? Maybe even kill them. So it hasn't been. When I got the replacement drone, I flew it for a few minutes, but I haven't had it out since. It's been almost a year. And matter of fact, I haven't even had the other drone out in a while. But maybe this spring, when it's cold out, if you're thinking about a drone, remember this: when it's cold out, it uses rubber. Like if you look up here, these are all that dampens it. I mean, it's stabilized too, but this is the only thing that really dampens the vibration. When those get cold, you start getting jello effect on the video, and that's usually what it's caused by, because it can't dampen the rotor vibration well enough. So my cutoff for riding is about 40 degrees. After it gets any colder than that, then you're not going to go out for very long. But remember this, some ride is better than no ride. So if you can only go out for a couple miles, get out there and ride your bike. Um, the cold is not going to affect it enough that you really need to worry about it. Um, the lithium battery, you will lose capacity in the cold. Uh, you can't charge a frozen battery, but if you come back from a ride and put it right on the charger, it won't. You don't have nothing to worry about because the battery dissipates heat through the aluminum shell, so you're going to end up with it. The battery's going to be warmer than freezing, but a lithium battery can freeze. Uh, it doesn't matter if it's charged or discharged, but usually you store, if you're going to be in a cold environment, you're going to have it charged anyway. So, but my recommendation is you keep your battery stored inside if you're not going to ride your bike. Discharge it, go out for a ride, discharge it to 47, 48 volts, and put it in a place with the charger. And the day you decide you're going to go out, or it's going to be a decent weekend, plug it in the day before and charge it up and slide it back in the bicycle. And some people, I did a video a while back of taking the battery out. Everybody has the same problem. That battery comes sliding out of their lickety split, and you're playing catcher while you're trying to hold a bike. So my recommendation now would be to turn the bicycle upside down, fold the bike, and take the battery out that way. It may keep you from losing the battery. Then you have the key up where you can get at it, and you're not trying to fight with the key to unlock it and take the battery out. So I'm going to try to do a weekly video. If I go out for a ride, I'll do a short ride video. But our weather for the next week, it hasn't been above 39 degrees. Looking over at this thermometer, there hasn't been enough solar energy to charge my temperature and wind meter out there lately. So I'll try to do a video every week, keep you guys in the loop. If I do any maintenance on the bicycle, don't worry, I'll do a video. But at this point, I've been doing more goofing off than I've done anything. Looking at YouTube videos, haven't worked on anything. Christmas coming up, so I got a few presents to wrap, and everybody have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. I know that's going to be hard, but stay safe and keep your loved ones in mind, and ride your bike if you get a chance. So, Merry Christmas, YouTube. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments.